What is up, guys? Jake from OneHive here with the next war recap video. And this one was just a fun war that was set up between OneHive was the clan that we use on this side and Mental Martyrs on the other. But what happened was you had three clans that didn't have anything going on this weekend, no arranged matchup. So they just got to talking about it and said, hey, let's do a scrimmage. So Mental Martyrs, North Remembers, and OneHive, as well as Dark Avengers. They also sent in a couple guys just to round out the rosters. Just sort of all contributed and did a 50-on-50 sort of scrimmage. We did do it at OneHive and they did it at Mental Martyrs, so shout out to them for letting the other team use their clan. But it was actually mixed up. I mean, we had guys from Mental Martyrs, we had guys from North Remembers, and they had a couple guys even from OneHive. So pretty much how it went down. Excellent war, but again, nothing too just overly serious. Just good attackers against good bases, instead of just your normal boring farming war. So shout out to everyone that was involved. I actually didn't get to be in the war because, again, I was gone. But, you know, it's every once in a while that happens. You just have to miss one. And they even kicked me out of the clan because it was 50 versus 50. There was no room for me sitting around watching. So that was kind of rude. Nah, just joking. Everybody did, for the most part, got everything cleaned up. There was a few Town Hall 9s that slipped through the cracks. But it seems like in a 50 versus 50, it's really hard to get all those 9s picked up like that. I don't know why that is. It just sort of seems that way. I mean, it doesn't make sense, but it seems like it's always harder than like a 30 versus 35, something like that. Let's look at some attacks. No Town Hall 10s because those were just 2-starred. I did an excellent job getting all those 2-starred, but no 3-stars. I'm not even sure how many attempts were able to be made because, again, I was gone. Let's look at Roko taking on number 13, our boy Warren, on the other side and on the wrong side of this attack, because Roko comes in and makes it look pretty easy on his base. Drops down the queen. Going to do a little bit of a queen walk here. She's got some healers on her now. Going to step up, and I believe, does he do anything to even push her? Now, with that army camp, he really didn't have to do much. He went ahead and took out that builder's hut just to try to make sure she went the way he wanted. But I like this queen walk because the king's right there. It's going to come out now. It gets really close here because that level 30 king can take down a level 20 queen pretty quickly, as you see, even with those healers on there. So he has to go ahead and use that ability. Takes the king out and then continues the walk. No big deal because, again, that's a pretty good trade. Just using the queen's ability for a king, I'll take that every time. Right there, Tesla pops, it goes down, moves on to the cannon, and then that is pretty much the end of the threat for the queen until she gets way up farther north in the base here. Reaches all the way and takes out that elixir storage, our elixir collector there. Right there, just going to continue on with our attack. Now look how low the time's getting here. Not the time on the actual attack clock, but how little the time it takes him to wreck the rest of this base. 1.5 minutes, basically. Here he comes in with his witches, just going to sort of back that queen up, a golem up top, wizards to create the funnel. Obviously, he's going to push in here, wants to get to that defensive queen. She's got to be taken out. So much value for this queen walk, really, though. Gave it a lot of time, and it got a lot of return on that. Wall breakers go down. The jump spell goes down. King and queen both moving in, sort of joining back up. Perfect timing on that. Has the queen just sort of got there at the right time, joined back up, and started helping take everything out. Drops the poison spell. It is on that lava hound. I don't know that this was a first attack, and I didn't check, but it seems kind of strange to drop it like it did. But of course, with that new poison, it does start towards the end there, especially start chewing through that health pretty quickly. So maybe that's what Roko was thinking. Hog's already going in, dropping those heal spells, keeping them up. Coming in from the bottom here, you see that this base is pretty much done at this point. Excellent attack, just absolutely crushed it. Only a few defenses that can actually hurt the hogs left. They're going to go down real quick here, and that's why this was such a fast attack here. The wizards on the outside cleaning up already. Has the queen and the king both still up, doing their thing. Just destroyed it. Excellent attack. Good job to Roko. Sorry, Warren. All right, moving on. Let's look at Alpha Dog taking on their number 14, Chris. Again, queen walk. Our Town Hall 9s are pretty, especially on these higher level bases. It seems like they've pretty universally adopted the queen walk as part of their attacks. I like how he's actually making the queen go one way and coming in with his kill squad and the king on the other way. Seems like you get so much out of those attacks. Maybe it's just because it was done so well, But when you can do that and be successful, look here, look at this interesting clan castle composition. With the change in the poison spell, people trying some different stuff there. But right here, a few seconds go by, and all of a sudden, boom, they just go down all at once, basically. Because again, once it starts ramping up and they get to that breaking point, anything lower HP like that's just going to go down really quickly. Interesting that he put this X-bow out here. I think that's supposed to be there for like an anti-queen walk. But when you do that, you don't want to put it where the queen can actually get to it, because then it's not so much anti-queen walk. Had to use her ability, but gets the job done and takes out that X-bow. It's pretty big for the attacker there. Hogs coming on the backside, just keeping them up, dropping those heal spells. You see right there a little bit of bacon going on down there. But has enough coming in on the top side, and the queen has done enough that just those few point defense are all that's really left to threaten the hogs. We'll fast forward here because they take those out, and that is GG. He's got those skeletons pop out and that king left, so it does do some more damage to his hogs. But again, he's got the wizards down, he's got his queen still up. It's over. Just he has a few hogs left. That's all he needed was a few hogs in that core, and that was going to be a 3-star. So excellent attack by Alpha Dog. All right, moving down just one more. Look at these top Town Hall 9s. Called Drago. Again, queen walk, but this time with the go-laloon. So I thought that was pretty interesting. I've not seen anybody try what I think is going to be OP on this since the update, and that is taking out an air defense with the spell, taking out another air defense or two with your kill squad, getting the queen in the CC, and then go-lalooning it. I might even try it this next war if I get a good base for it, but I really think it's going to work on most base styles. I could be wrong. It could be a big flop and not be that powerful, but I think it's going to be pretty good. Again, look how quickly this attack goes. He's doing the queen walk here. Walk around, going to stop and actually beat on that town hall and take it out. But we're down to a minute 50 and pretty much the entire base left still. So pretty interesting how fast these bases are going down once the true attack starts. The queen walk is sort of over. CC's dealt with all that, and then the queen walk, then the attack starts. Finally takes out that town hall. Right here, 3-point defense with an X-bow, including one of those on there. So, got to be pretty careful. The queen had to go ahead and use her ability, shake all that stuff off, and move on. It drops the king there. And here comes the lava hound part of the attack. Interesting here because I guess whatever was in the CC, I didn't watch the replays. I guess there is possibly a bunch of balloons in there. I'm not sure because as he comes in with this air portion of the attack, nothing's coming out. You see the king and the queen have not gotten into range of that CC yet, and I think that's a purposeful thing that Kyle did, was to attack it this way, and before they ever, I don't know if they ever do get in range, but before they do, right here, boom, boom, you see that the actual sort of penta-style attack right there worked because the queen went down to those pups in rage there, and just that GG, I mean, again, it's over at this point. Again, the king and queen not getting in range, everything's right here, the CC's about to go down, so that is that. Nothing left to come out. Interesting attack. Again, I'm not even. I have to look back and see what was in that CC, but all that ever came out of it was 1 minion. Unless I was missing something there. Maybe I'm long weekend. Maybe I am missing something. But a nice 4 go-laloon attack with no lure, anything like that. Just a miniature queen walk. All right, let's welcome Lala back to the clan with a nice 3-star attack. She is doing really well, just like she was before she left. She just missed us too much, had to come back. I think she probably missed me more than anybody. I haven't asked her about it yet, but it just makes sense that she, wanted to come back to see me. Drops a wizard up top. She's going to start creating that funnel early right there, I believe. Coming down at the bottom with a queen, a few healers. Going to do the queen walk down here, and obviously going to come in from the top and grab that queen with a king and a jump there. So right here, drops that wizard to create the funnel, pushes the queen the way she wants her to go. That's good. We'll keep an eye on this up here. You see, she created the second part of the funnel with that minion. Here comes the giant, and I believe I'm going to drop a king up right there. So as soon as that queen engages the king, he'll go in, take her out. So that's perfect. Right here, the queen getting really close to going down there. Goes ahead and uses that ability. Healers are coming up, finally catching up, and these sweepers are a little bit annoying right there. Really, really close to losing the queen here. Finally just gets out of range of everything and gets a chance to heal back up. So that's good. You see the king did lock on there, takes that queen out. That's perfect. So now she can start with the Luna part of the attack. The queen down here did get 1 air defense. Really all that was needed is got the air defense, got the queen out of the way, here they go with the attack. And again, one wizard coming out of that CC. I guess this is something, and you see the drops of the rage there. That's because when that lava hound bust, once it, well, they got the poison for it. When the lava hound bust, got the pups, the poison for the wizard that came out. But just keeping these heroes away from that is very interesting to me. I'm not sure if that's, I'm sure it's planned. Not sure if it's something that people are going to have to deal with when they're changing their strategies about what to put in the clan castle. You got to remember that on an air attack like this, you got to have something to come out and defend that. Otherwise, people can just not lure it, especially when you have these heroes that are way far away from your clan castles. Just absolutely crushed this base. Right there, you see how quickly once the air attack came in, all that went down. Pups everywhere for cleanup. Queens running around for cleanup. Just a beautiful attack. Good job, Allah. All right, look at a couple more, and we will call this a video. Let's look at, let's move down a little bit here. Let's look at Mr. Yasbeck. I guess that's Yasbeck. He's been with us for a while. Don't know that Mr. Yasbeck has been on a video yet. So if not, this is the first time. Congratulations. Very nice attack, man. Looking at this base, got the queen that's split like that, but look at how many of the air defenses are up the north part of this base. Only one of them sort of at the halfway line there. So obviously, Mr. Yasbeck wants to come in from the top, wants to take these air defenses out. Once that's done, got 16 balloons in the bag and going to just absolutely destroy the rest of the base with it. Right here, the golem's going down. Queen's already down on the ground. Wizards create the funnel. Everything's moving in here. The king comes out to defend, but the queen's going to lock onto him really quickly. Again, guys, the new AI on these attacking troops, they're going to lock on. Watch this queen right here. She locks on much, much quicker than she would have. Right there, she just immediately turned, got on those balloons, got on that dragon, and they go down very quickly there. So vast improvement on that. I think everyone's going to love it. It's going to allow you to more reliably take out those CC troops. Between that and the new poison spell, CC, I don't think are going to be giving everybody a lot of trouble at this point. We'll see. Right there, 3 of the air defenses go down. You see that Mr. Yasbeck drops the hogs and the heal to grab that stray 4th air defense. Once they're all down, balloons just come in. You see he's got those haste spells. Everything pretty much just getting wrecked at this point. The golems are still doing a lot of tanking, which is pretty big. That one hog was doing some damage on that expo, but a few back-end loons are going to be the end of it because, again, those golems are taking a lot of fire still. Balloons can just sort of sneak through undetected and just start dropping bombs. Boom, boom. Everything's dead at this point. Got a nice spread on the loons. Queen's still up. Got some minions to help out. Even has a goblin that doesn't guess he's going to drop there. Maybe his bar was too far over and just forgot about it. But just crushed that base. Excellent attack. All right, let's look at this one here. Let's see, number 31. This is Misfit XTNT. I'm not sure what that would be. But from North Remembers. So again, this was not just we had mostly OneHive members on the OneHive side, but there was other members from other clans. And this is one of them from North Remembers and did a 6-star war, actually. So very, very nice, very impressive. Comes in from the side here, just queen walk, dropping it down, and doing it with a level 16 queen. You know, people all the time asking about lower level queen walks. Well, it can be done. It's just a matter of the base. You see, this base does have some lower level point defense. Those cannons are not fully upgraded, but the X-bows are, and the archer towers are, some of the archer towers are. So you got to be careful on this. With that level 16 queen, it can go down really, really quickly. You want to try to make sure that she's encountering, especially point defense, one at a time, which is exactly what's happening here. 1 point defense at a time she can handle. But watch right here, 2 point defense get on her. Even those lower level ones, she's losing ground here. The healers are not able to keep up. But obviously, Misfit has a close eye on it. Coming at the bottom with a couple of golems. This is where he's going to come in, grab that defending queen. Look how low that queen got right there. Very, very close. Luckily, she stepped out, gave the healers a chance to catch up there. But again, just 2 point defense can really cause trouble. Right here drops the jump spell. The king, everything's sort of going to meet back up here, which is good. Very smart to go ahead and get those golems down because that X-bow. Had that X-bow locked onto that level 16 queen when all that was happening, it would have been over. No way those healers were going to keep up with it. Poison goes down for the CC troops. Again, that slows their attacking as well. So these balloons, takes a long time for them to even start dropping those bombs. Most of the time, your defending troops will get on them and take them out before they do much damage there. Coming in from the backside with the go-laloon right here, that one air defense right there, very, very handy. Probably should have dropped some balloons on it a little bit quicker. One lava hound already busted, but everything's sort of closing in right here. Beautiful, beautiful part of that attack. I just love how that one, or those 2 lava hounds coming in, tanking for all that. Right there comes in that last air defense there in the core, grabs it, and that is that. There's no way they're going to keep up with it at this point. Pretty interesting to see these go-laloons with these queen walks like that. Really, really nice. Just destroying bases, really, just absolutely destroying it. Not even close. You see balloons up, pups up, queen still up, everything. Still got plenty of time, plenty of troops. Gets the 3-star and the 6-star war. Good job to Misfit from Northern members. All right, guys, that is that. Again, thanks to everybody that was involved. I know it was a fun time. I think it was, at least some of it was streamed. So if you caught some of that, that's very cool. Good job to everybody at OneHive and everybody on both sides. Again, this was not like a super, super serious war, just something for fun to have a good competitive match over the weekend because everyone gets bored with those farming attacks. So, hope you enjoyed it. Until next time, Jake from OneHive reminding you guys to suck less.